Yasu Malaka. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. I hate Shia LaBeouf. Ladies and gentlemen, there's something about this guy I just can't fucking stand. I don't know if it's his arrogance or his acting ability or that he's a very shitty alcoholic. I mean, there's so many things that this guy has done, and I just can't hold my tongue anymore. I've always said this, and I will keep saying it to the day I die. When you're an actor or actress or director or writer, you basically hit the lottery. You get a lot of money for doing something that you love. And Shia LaBeouf here, I don't think he appreciates what his life has given him, what opportunities he's had, and I just don't like the motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie. Like, maybe it'll change over time. Maybe he'll change his ways, blah, 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 whatever. I don't know. But for now, I'd like to just talk a little bit about my hatred towards this man. And with the help of Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, I'd like to get the ball rolling on Mr. LaBeouf. Shai Sade, whatever. LaBeouf, whatever. Born June 11th, 1986, is an American actor, performance artist, whatever that means, and filmmaker. Yeah, because when I think of filmmaker, I think of him, Scorsese. He played Louis Stevens in the Disney Channel series Evan Stevens, a role for which he received a Young Artist Award nomination in 2001 and won a Daytime Emmy Award in 2003. He made his film debut in The Christmas Path, which came out in 1998. In 2004, he made his directorial debut with the short film Let's Love Hate, and later directed a short film titled Maniac. Very appropriate title. Starring American rappers Cage and Kid Cudi. I've heard of Kid Cudi, never heard of Cage. He's a white guy. All right. In 2007, LaBeouf starred in the commercially successful films Disturbia and Surf's Up. The same year, he was cast in Michael Bay's science fiction film Transformers as Sam Witwicky, the main protagonist of the series. Transformers was a box office success and one of the highest grossing films of 2007. LaBeouf later appeared in its sequels Transformers Revenge of the Fallen and Transformers Dark of the Moon, both also box office successes. In 2008, he played Henry Mutt Williams Jones III in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. His other credits include the films Holes, Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, Lawless, The Company You Keep, Nymphomaniac, Fury, American Honey, Borg versus McEnroe, Honey Boy, loves honey, I guess, The Peanut Butter Falcon, and Pieces of a Woman. Since 2014, LaBeouf has pursued a variety of public performances, art projects with LaBeouf, Ronco, and Turner. Sure. look, the guy's done a lot for his career. I get it. I mean, he started off as a kid actor. He's done a lot of shit. I get it. It's just his. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of a lot of his movies too, and I've seen a lot of his movies. Okay, I'm not one of these guys that just doesn't like the guy for whatever. I've actually seen a lot of his movies. I don't like him. I'll get more into that later. Let's just get into the facts on why some people probably agree with me. It says here in the beginning, Shia LaBeouf's mother, Shania, yeah, I think that's how you say it, was a dancer and ballerina, and later a visual artist and jewelry designer. His father, Jeffrey Craig, was a veteran of the Vietnam War who held down a variety of jobs. Okay, so, well, his parents seem like they're pretty kick-ass. I don't know what happened here, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe his dad was too hard on him because he was an army guy. I don't know. Who knows? LaBeouf has described his parents as hippies and pretty weird people. Yeah, you're fucking normal. And he would often go to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings with his father as a child. Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay. Now it's coming together. Okay. Well, you don't need to be Freud to figure this one out. Just how strange was it growing up in LaBeouf's household? Plenty of drinks around. Well, maybe this would give you some idea. His parents would dress up as clowns in order to sell hot dogs outside of their apartment. Okay, well, I get the whole, listen, especially during these times, guys, okay, you got to make money, you do what you got to do, okay? I don't get the whole clown thing. That's, I don't, yeah, clowns are creepy, man. Anyway, LaBeouf has 2 Missy Elliott tattoos on his knees, though he admits he doesn't love the Vanguard female rapper that much. Keep in mind, guys, there's like way more facts to go. I mean, we're only on number 4 here. Well, first of all, I'm not gonna lie. I always thought Missy Elliott was one of the best female rappers of all time, if not one of the greatest rappers. I mean, it's a shame that we always got to say female rappers instead of just rappers. I mean, she's fucking awesome. I mean, if you see the videos that she creates with her and Dave Myers there, I mean, it's fucking phenomenal. Beep, beep, come do my Jeep. Vroom. Sorry for destroying that song, but she is awesome. So the fact, again, he's got these tattoos on both of his knees. Why the fuck the knees? Who knows? Keep in mind, when you get a tattoo, I'm told that if you get it on, the bone, obviously it's going to hurt way more. So maybe he's got a thing for pain. Shocker there. But he doesn't even like the rapper that much. So that's another reason why to not like Shia here. His father, as evidenced by those Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, also abused drugs during LaBeouf's childhood and attended rehab for intravenous drug addiction. Well, again, you don't got to be Freud to figure this out. You grow up with an alcoholic father, it's going to suck. And obviously, if you throw drugs in the mix, that's just going to make it that much more challenging. After his parents divorced, the family went through significant financial troubles, and LaBeouf's uncle almost adopted him because his parents were too proud to go on welfare. First of all, guys, there's nothing wrong with going on welfare, especially during these times. Second, this is how tough this guy had it. Okay, again, I'm starting to realize why this guy is the way he is. LaBeouf's dealt with these hardships through comedy and would often perform imitations of his father to his family. Now that he's famous for his performances, LaBeouf supports both his parents financially and remains close to them. Well, that sucks. The parents get a pass, and now you got to support them. So again, no wonder why the fuck he's angry. LaBeouf began performing at comedy clubs at the age of 10 and describes his appeal as having a 50-year-old mouth on a 10-year-old kid. Yeah, no shit, bud. The comedian pulled... you consider Shia LaBeouf a comedian? Really? Okay. A classic even Stevens trick to get himself an agent. He looked through the yellow pages, called an agent up, and pretended to be his own manager in order to snag up a rep. This rep over the phone couldn't tell that it's a 10-year-old guy talking. No, this is how... Wow. LaBeouf has said that his initial attraction to acting, besides his love of performing, was that it was a way into making his family financially stable. He had previously met another child actor who had everything the young LaBeouf wanted, and he thought that he could also benefit from acting. I mean, it's true. Sometimes that does happen, but at the same time, this guy... I don't know. A lot of these parents, man, they kind of just force these kids into this situation, and later on they end up fucked up, and yeah, you wonder why. Fucking idiots. Anyways, his last name, LaBeouf, which I'm pretty sure I've been saying wrong the last 10 times. LaBeouf, there we go, is actually a misspelling. Boeuf, Boeuf, in French means beef. His father is French Cajun. But in Shia's name, the letters O and E are flipped. Also in French, nouns are gendered. And so it should be le masculine instead of la feminine. So on top of everything, you got to support your parents. You're angry as fuck. And you have the name of a girl. And we're only on number 12. Okay. All of his yellow pages hustling paid off. And in the early 2000s, he was signed for his breakthrough role as Louis Stevens in the Disney Channel's comedy show Even Stevens. LaBeouf has said that being cast in the show was the best thing that ever happened to him. So you know what? Throughout all this bullshit, he got signed, which is good. He kind of looks like that kid from Boy Meets World, who is actually brothers with the kid from the Wonder Years. So, I don't know, I just threw that in there. LaBeouf claims that he was briefly considered for the cast of Warner Brothers' Suicide Squad. But by then, his volatile reputation had caught up with him. And executives felt that he was too much of a risk to cast in such a big investment. Well, again, yeah, it's, the pressure of life, man, especially what this guy's been through so far. It's going to catch up to you. There's a part of me that feels bad for him, but at the same time, man, you're on set. You should know how to act. We all know he's got a fucking drinking problem. I don't know, with the way he was raised, I don't know, fuck, it's no surprise. But a lot of kid actors got to go through this shit. And, was it the worst thing that he was in Suicide Squad? It's not Iron Man, so, I don't know. You dodge bullets when you can. It's difficult to remember this considering the different career paths they each took, but LaBeouf's dated his Wall Street Money Never Sleeps co-star Carey Mulligan from 2009 to 2010. Mulligan is now married to Mumford & Sons frontman Marcus Mumford. Well, first off, I didn't know that was his actual name from the group. Two, she's pretty cool. She's been in some cool movies, Drive, Shame, the one recent movie, Promising Young Woman, which is a good movie. It has a really fucked up ending. I think she made the right decision here. LaBeouf was actually accepted into the Ivy League's Yale University, but opted to focus on his acting career instead. I don't believe that. When Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen came out, LaBeouf shared the nomination for the Razzies Worst Screen Couple of 2009 with either Megan Fox or any Transformer. That I do believe. In 2013, LaBeouf released his short film HowardCantor.com on the internet. Almost immediately, bloggers pointed out similarities between LaBeouf's film and Justin M. Damiano, a comic by Dan Close. It wasn't actually even clever. What does it say here? The opening monologues of each work are almost identical. Okay, well, he copyrighted something, which I'm sure is the first time that's ever been done in Hollywood history. LaBeouf has written 3 graphic novels, but in 2013, following the scrutiny of his short film, it was also discovered that at least 2 of these comics cribbed their texts from Benoit Dutertre, I fucked that one up, and Charles Bukowski. Okay, so, yeah, ripped off more people. Okay. When LaBeouf apologized for his plagiarism transgressions, he actually plagiarized his apology. Get the fuck out of here. From the Yahoo Answers page. That's hilarious. Actually, that's pretty funny. I'm not going to lie. I mean, you know. Hey, look, man. I mean, you know, why break the cycle now? Also in 2014, LaBeouf's caused even more scandalized stirrings when he showed up to the red carpet of the Berlin International Film Festival with a paper bag on his head. Scrawled on the bag in permanent marker were the words, "I am not famous anymore." It was later revealed that this was a part of a larger performance piece with 2 other artists, intended as a commentary of, among other things, the plagiarist's debacle. The plagiarist douche. During this performance art campaign, I love how, like no offense, but I love when dickheads do stupid shit like this and then they call it art. Like, just fucking say, look, I fucked up. That's it. You know, don't put a fucking paper bag over your head, you know, like, fuck off. LaBeouf tweeted out, "I am not famous anymore," every day. I'm telling you this. First of all, I mean, Twitter's gonna kill us all one day. That's for sure. I mean, at least they have enough sense to block Trump. But I mean, you know, guys, again, you know, when you're famous, don't put shit in print. Okay, you know, it's like I said before. I can tell someone to fuck off. I can, you know, say it in a joking way, blah blah blah, whatever. When you put something in print, trust me, it is what it is. You're screwed. You already put it on your paper bag head for some reason. I'm sure this is really going to help your career. Since working with him on the film Holes, LaBeouf considers the actor Jon Voight as his mentor. Okay, so maybe there's hope for him. Hold on. You might know Voight from his own films, or if you're a pulp culture buff, for being Angelina Jolie's estranged father. I do know that. I absolutely do know that. But I will always know Jon Voight for his awesome roles. Everything from Midnight Cowboy to even recently being on Ray Donovan, which they said they canceled and they brought back, and then they brought it back again, and then they're going to cancel it again. I don't know. Just keep going, guys. The show's got a huge fan base, okay? We all love the show. Just, if you haven't watched it yet, watch it. But surprise, surprise. A young actor is looking for a father figure in Hollywood. No surprises there, like I said. I don't know. Jon Voight seems like a cool dude. I never understood why he, would bite people in Seinfeld. But other than that, awesome guy. I don't know their personal relationship. I don't know if Jon Voight is cool with this. I don't know, who knows. But if you got a guy like Jon Voight on your side, don't fuck it up. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Like, don't have a couple drinks with him, Mr. LaBeouf, and don't let your anger show. Don't punch people. We're going to get more into that comment later. The tattoo on his right wrist, which says 1986 to 2004, commemorates the year he decided to become an adult. Okay, so let's do some math here. Okay, so this is how I do math, because I'm not the smartest guy in the world. Although I'm not stupid enough to plagiarize a Hollywood script. But anyways, let's see. Got 4, 10, 4. Okay, so 18. Okay, so you have to have a tattoo on your arm that tells you when you turned 18. Okay, first of all, this is just my personal opinion. When you turn 18, that doesn't mean you're an adult. I mean, okay, technically by law in some places you are. But, clearly, dude, you got a lot more growing up to do. So, I would put another tattoo that says, I don't know, from 2004 to I'm an idiot, I got to grow the fuck up. Okay? I don't know how much more room is left on your arm. Put it in small prints. Just, do what you got to do. LaBeouf has said that he was drawn to performance art because of his method acting heroes like Daniel Day-Lewis and Sean Penn. As he said, I loved the myths I heard about how their performances were created. And I thought, oh man, it would be great if you could see the process. You'd enjoy the performance a little bit more. Both great actors, not gonna lie. Okay, so he's admiring these guys. Okay, that's cool. I get it. I like Sean Penn too. There's stories about him getting a little pissed off too. You may not want to copy that part of his life. Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day-Lewis is fucking an amazing actor. When he was playing Lincoln, he would literally go on the subway dressed as Lincoln and go up to people, with a cell phone. Oh, what's this device? And, so, the guy's, he really commits to a role for sure. I just wish Shia LaBeouf was a good actor like these guys, but I don't know, what are you going to do? LaBeouf's is named after his grandfather, who, it just so happens, was also a comedian. I don't give a shit what anybody says. LaBeouf is not a comedian. Okay, that's an insult, man. I'm sorry. When you say you're a comedian, I think of the greats like Chris Rock, Chappelle, Dave Attell, Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Rodney Dangerfield, and of course, the best comedian of all time, the late great George Carlin. So, how dare you throw Shia LaBeouf's name in this shit. I know there's a lot of people out there that think they can do comedy. Vinny from Jersey Shore, John Mayer. Guys, don't say you've done stand-up comedy. Okay, don't say you're a comedian. Okay, just you're better than that. In 2016, LaBeouf's met Mia Goth in 2012. While the two of them were on set for the film Nymphomaniac, after they were seen getting married by an Elvis impersonator in 2016. Way to save a couple bucks there, Shia. The pair revealed that they weren't legally married. The scene with Elvis has been a commitment ceremony. However, when they split in 2018, they filed for divorce. Ladies and gentlemen, when you grow up fucked up, you can't commit to anything. You don't like telling people shit. It's a very sad way to live. Don't fuck with people. You people out there, tell people you get married. How do you think your wife feels? That you're telling people, oh, we're not married, we're not technically married. I'm gonna name my kid Banana. Just fucking stupid shit. Just fucking tell the truth. All right, come on now. Since the turmoil of the early 2010s, LaBeouf has been working on his way back into Hollywood's good graces and is trying to attend AA meetings regularly and stay on the straight and narrow. Okay, so at least he's admitting his faults finally, finally going through some shit. It's a tough road, man. I get it, but these fucking things you're doing are not helping your case, man. There's people that are meant to drink, and there's people that are not meant to drink. You can't handle your booze. Don't bother. Stop drinking. Just drink water, and make sure it's water too. Okay, because some of these fuckers. We all know the trick. With the water bottle, you put vodka in there. Sometimes you might have to test them. I'm just saying. LaBeouf's got out of Transformers franchise after 3 films. Finally. He was replaced by Mark Wahlberg in the lead role for later installments. He has said that he just didn't feel like there was any way to develop his character. Sam Witwicky. You might want to start with another name. Any further. To be fair, he was probably right about that one. Absolutely. I'm not going to lie to you. I saw the first Transformers movies. I was psyched. And then, I don't know, reality happened, okay? I'll get more into that later. LaBeouf has never been afraid to bear it all, whether emotionally, physically, and in a music video for Icelandic indie darlings Sigur Rós. I'm assuming it's, well, it's not, no, I was going to say Spanish, but I guess Iceland, okay. I don't know if I said that right. He went full frontal nude. Okay. I remember seeing that video. That was a fucked up video. I don't know. Again, guys, just because you do something that shocks people, it doesn't mean it's good. You know what I mean? No disrespect against what's her name here? The Ross. But yeah, it's more. I just don't like Shia LaBeouf. LaBeouf once publicly watched 20 of his movies in a row, from most recent to oldest, in a movie theater. It's fucking torture. It was a 3-day-long endeavor, and fans were invited to join him along the journey. Those who weren't able to make it could live stream the event. Why the fuck would you? Yeah, I actually saw clips of this. What are you trying to say, man? Are you trying to say that your movies suck and you want other people to... invest in it too? I mean, do you want them to go down to your level too? Like, I mean, like, what was the point of this? I don't know. And like on top of that, like, he dressed up like in a hood in a theater. Like, bro, we know the fuck it's you. I mean, fuck off, man. Like, what a dick. LaBeouf's installment of the Indiana Jones series, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, was almost universally reviled. No fucking shit. I'm going to get more into this later. But LaBeouf's played Indy's leather jacket toting son. Yeah, because you couldn't figure that out right in the beginning, eh? Anyway, Mutt Williams to very little acclaim. Nonetheless, Steven Spielberg had faith in LaBeouf from all the way back to when the young actor starred in Holes and cast him in not only the Indiana Jones installments, but also in Disturbia, among other films. LaBeouf pretty much agrees with the critical consensus on the sequel and his performance. He once said that he dropped the ball on the Indiana Jones franchise. Get it? Drop the ball. Because, you know, the first film, Indiana Jones was facing the ball. Asshole. LaBeouf also admitted that he was disappointed not only in himself on the film, join the club, but also in his interactions with Steven Spielberg. As he said, you get there and you realize you're not meeting the Spielberg you dream of. You're meeting a different Spielberg who is in a different stage in his career. He's less a director than he is a fucking company. Wow. Okay, so on top of all that, you're going to disrespect the hand that feeds you. That's nice. That's nice, dickhead. While filming a fight scene in Disturbia, LaBeouf suffered an injury. Good. And still has a scar on his ribs to this day. Fucker. In recent years, LaBeouf has been experiencing something of a career renaissance. Yeah, where? In 2016, many were shocked when he was cast in the indie film American Honey. Yet his critics ate their words when they saw the movie. One reviewer admitted that he viewed LaBeouf's appearance as a stunt casting, but went on to say that the actor ended up giving the best performance of his career. American Honey marked a turnaround for LaBeouf, but filming it wasn't easy. In one scene, LaBeouf had to smash his head through a glass window. Perhaps unsurprisingly, the stunt didn't go well, and LaBeouf ended up in the hospital with cuts to his head and hand. The wounds required stitches, but he was able to return to continue filming in just a few days later. Fuck. You know, maybe I'm being too hard on the guy. I don't know. But, you know, dude, I get it. You want to be a method actor. I get it, man. But, you know, when you do method acting, you find a way to, like, to not actually hurt yourself, you know. You hear the stories, you know, of actors going all the way, you know, with mirrors. You know, I get it. You know, you see, we all saw Mr. Sheen in Apocalypse Now. He breaks the glass. It's his birthday. He was shit-faced. You know, it's something you did back in the day, man. Now you got to be more smart. If you want to break glass, you know, just, you know what? Fuck it. Break glass. You know, if you want to be a dickhead, go ahead. I don't, well, fuck do I care? Some of LaBeouf's most controversial projects have been with the performance art trio of LaBeouf, Ronco, and Turner, along with a British artist, Luke Turner, and a Finnish artist, Nastja Sade Ronco. If you say so. LaBeouf's infamous I'm not famous anymore stunt was one of LaBeouf, Ronco, and Turner's performance art pieces. After receiving backlash for the bizarre stunt, they followed it up with another project called #I Am Sorry, where LaBeouf stood in an art gallery for 6 days wearing the bag and silently crying. Guys, if this isn't a cry for help, I don't know what is, man. I mean, like, you know, first of all, I'm just gonna straight out say this. Shame on the two guys for promoting this shit. I mean, like, clearly this guy has a huge problem. I mean, just, you know, the whole attention thing and all that, you know, and you guys are like advocating this, you know. I mean, you ever hear the thing that you go into business, you know, with 3 people, it's always a bad idea because those 2 people could team up against you. I don't know if that happened here. I mean, but shame on these 2 guys for not, like, you know, saying, look, dude, you know, how about instead of doing this, you get some therapy? Fuck me. LaBeouf claims that one female museum goer sexually assaulted him during the #I Am Sorry performance. Yeah, you wish. Though Ronco and Turner claim that they intervened before anything actually happened. Oh, that would be the worst foursome ever. The internet exploded after a video of the ponytailed LaBeouf giving a bizarre motivational speech in front of a green screen was released. It eventually became a popular meme, and it spawned the most searched GIFs of 2015. Though everyone has seen it, most people don't realize that the stunt was actually yet another LaBeouf, Ronco, and Turner piece titled #Introductions. Oh, you know what? I don't give a shit. I don't want to see the picture. I just don't. I don't care anymore. Like there's nothing shocking about this. You know what I mean? Okay, you go online, you do a picture, whatever the fuck. I mean, like, who cares? Who fucking cares? Why are we doing this, guys? Why? You know? Like, do we really need this much attention? Is your life this boring? Okay, you're in, you know, 3 Transformers movies, you know. Was that our fault? You know? Fuck. On June 26th, I'm fucking tired, 2014, LaBeouf made a public scene at a New York's Studio 54 theater. Another shocker. He allegedly acting disorderly, yelling, and being loud. After being asked to leave, LaBeouf angrily refused, and so someone called the police. The police eventually arrested the actor, but not before he angrily swore at them and spat in their face. Oh boy, okay. I didn't know he was Italian. Okay. Many believed that LaBeouf's life was turning around after his comeback appearance in American Honey, but the actor was still in the depths of addiction. In July 2017, in Savannah, Georgia, LaBeouf was arrested for public drunkenness, disorderly conduct, and obstruction. Shit, fuck, and shocker. Police body cams revealed an utterly intoxicated LaBeouf racially taunting the arresting officers. LaBeouf was eventually found not guilty on a public intoxication charge, but pleaded no contest to disorderly conduct. He was fined $1,000, which the LaBeouf translation is about 30 to 33 cases of beer, sentenced to 12 months probation, and required to attend anger management training. Boy, that's worked out great, huh? Following his 2007 arrest, LaBeouf entered a drug rehabilitation program. Later, he would report that he had been diagnosed with PTSD while attending therapy in rehab. Okay, so you finally find out the problem, let's do something about it. As part of his therapy during rehab, LaBeouf wrote a screenplay as a way of confronting his relationship with his father. Finally! This was no mere exercise, however. He actually ended up making the movie. After enlisting the help of his friend, director Alma Harrell, LaBeouf's script became the movie Honey Boy. To make the therapeutic project even more potent, LaBeouf actually plays his own father in the film. Oh, holy shit. And since premiering at the Sundance Film Festival, Honey Boy has received universal acclaim, and it's already considered LaBeouf's magnum opus. However, despite the positive reception, LaBeouf has admitted that he feels strange about it. Buddy, we're all there with you. After all, he wrote the screenplay as a way to confront childhood trauma, not to gain praise. That's bullshit right there. But anyways, as he put it, just let me stop there. Listen, you're doing this to get back at your father, okay? And I'll be honest with you. I don't fucking blame you. I really don't, okay? So don't say like, oh, you're receiving a claim and it's meant for the therapy. Bullshit. Why the fuck did you make it into a movie? Even if you did make it into a movie, why'd you release it so everybody can see it? Like, fuck off, man. Just be honest with yourself. Just say, look, I made this because my dad's fucked up. I want the world to know that how fucked up I grew up. Boom, that's it. Jesus Christ. Is there any fucking honesty left in Hollywood? I mean, really. Anyways, I miss Marlon Brando. It is strange to fetishize your pain and make a product out of it and feel guilty about that. It felt very selfish. This whole thing felt very selfish. Yeah, probably on some level it it obviously does. But at the same time, man, get your shit out there. You make some money off it, who cares? I get it. You feel bad because you're exposing your family. But you know what? Your family exposed you, bud. Okay? Let's just be honest here, okay? Maybe you don't got the balls to say it, but I do. Okay? So instead of drinking yourself to death, why don't you make more movies about shit like this, okay? It'll keep you from living and it'll provide us with some entertainment. In recent years, LaBeouf has become close friends with the members of a hip-hop collective, Brockhampton. Never heard of him. Though he started out as a fan, he eventually met and formed a bond with the members of the group. LaBeouf and Brockhampton now have weekly group therapy sessions together at the group's Los Angeles home. Oh, there you go. Okay, you get together. Holy shit! What kind of wow? Okay. This might be the most random rap group I've ever seen. I'm just looking at the picture here. I mean, they're dressed like I don't know. They're performing for Mace in the "Feel So Good" video. Hey man, whatever works. In 2018. LaBeouf interviewed his friend Kevin Abstract of Brockhampton for ID Magazine. During the interview, Abstract revealed the profound effect that their group therapy sessions have had on themselves, the band's relationships, and their new music. Okay, so there you go. At least it's helping, I'll tell you what's not helping is you wearing a bulletproof vest with the 6-letter F word. Okay. Okay, now I'm totally against this. Though LaBeouf has given varied responses to his many scandals, from denial to pride and everything in between, he has recently taken responsibility for his controversial past, saying, "I'm a buffoon. My public outbursts are failures. They're not strategic. They are struggling motherfuckers." Showing his ass in front of the world. Well, the first step is admitting something. Now you got to do something about it. The press tour for his film Borg versus McEnroe came right on the heels of LaBeouf's 2017 arrest. And LaBeouf set out to make sure that it was less controversial than his previous public appearances. He obviously prepared for his interviews, which is something you're supposed to do anyway, but workshopped his responses, to any potential questions, and even did practice interviews with his therapist. Okay, there you go. So you're seeing an actual therapist, not talking to a homophobic rap group. Okay, that's good. When he was young, LaBeouf was horrified to see his mother get hit by a car in a parking lot. Apparently, the actor tried to chase the driver down with a knife, but didn't manage to catch him. The experience left LaBeouf scared, and he bought a gun to protect himself soon after. Reportedly, he still sleeps with the gun today. Shit. Fuck. I hear you on that one, man. Yeah. I mean, if anybody ever touched my mom, man, forget it. That's their fucking ass. But yeah, I talked about this before, about my whole dog podcast. My mom once got attacked by a dog, and these fuckers ran off to God knows where, Alberta, Edmonton, wherever. We could never catch these fuckers again. So yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow, man. Fuck. Honestly, sorry you had to go through that. LaBeouf's idols are method actors like Daniel Day-Lewis and Sean Penn, like I mentioned before. Yet he attempts to follow in their footsteps have led to many ridiculous on-set antics. While filming Lawless, he got drunk off moonshine and knocked Tom Hardy out. During the production on Charlie Countryman, he dropped acid and tried to choke out Frederick Bond, the film's director. Holy fucking shit. Okay, first of all, I'm just going to start off by saying this. I think he could be on steroids. I don't think Shia's beating up Tom Hardy. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. It says he knocked him out. I don't fucking believe it. I don't know much about this other director. Why the fuck are you? I mean, dude, how? I mean, I would say like how fucked up is your life, but I've read about 50 facts here, so I'm getting a good idea here. Fuck, dude, acid. You can still buy acid, really? I mean, wow. Okay, all right. Well, you shouldn't do it. His abuse hasn't been limited to others either. To prepare for his World War I drama Fury, LaBeouf shaved down one of his teeth below his gums so that his character would sound like he'd been hit in the face from his gun's recoil. Wow, okay. Can someone please tell Shia LaBeouf, I mean, like, there's people on set, that build sets that are part of the makeup, whatever. They can give them shit to put in their mouth to actually, to go method all the way. I mean, when again, mentioning the great Marlon Brando, he didn't actually have to get shot in the throat, like he didn't put a gun there and kaboom, he put some cotton in there. I mean, worst case scenario, he had to go to a drugstore, take some cotton out of the Tylenol, and then boom, there you go. There's your costume. I mean, holy fuck, dude. Like, we get it, man. You're serious, but I mean, you're seriously fucked. In order to snag his role in Lars von Trier's Nymphomaniac, LaBeouf reportedly took photographs of his the nether regions, aka his cock, which is pretty much what he's been acting like the last fucking 3 decades, and sent them to the director. If that wasn't enough, he also recorded himself having sex with his girlfriend and sent the tape along too. All I'm going to say is this. Unless you're a rock star that can actually steer a car or boat with your schlong, you shouldn't do that. But it also says here, Von Trier's is no stranger to courting controversy. And LaBeouf got the part. Did he honestly have to do that? Absolutely have to do that to get the part? I mean, probably not. Again, these are all fucking things for attention, man. Oh my God. Oh, this poor kid. Shortly after Even Stevens shot him to stardom, yeah, thanks a lot for that, assholes. LaBeouf was flooded with film offers. In 2003, he starred in the adaptation of the young adult novel Holes. According to LaBeouf, when his father came to visit him on the set of his son's major film, dear old dad started flirting with one of Shia's co-stars. That co-star? Sigourney Weaver. Shia says this was one of the most embarrassing moments of his life. Really? That was the most embarrassing thing so far? Yeah, okay. Wow. Mr. LaBeouf, you got parent issues. Yeah, you do. LaBeouf has said that his father was tough as nails and a different breed of man, and subjected him to both verbal and mental abuse. I feel like I'm just repeating the same thing every 5 minutes. On one occasion, while in the midst of a Vietnam flashback, his father once pointed a gun at Shia. Listen, no, you know what? It's too dark of a joke. I'm not saying it. The point is, man, that is fucked up. I mean, yeah, wow. I don't know. I guess back then he couldn't get the treatment he needed, I guess. But I mean, holy shit, man. You never point a gun to your kid. I mean, holy fuck. Jesus. Has this guy never heard of Marvin Gaye? I mean, fuck, man. Holy cow. Oh. Anyways. According to LaBeouf, he and his Transformers co-star Meg Fox had an affair while they were shooting. At the time, Fox may or may not have been involved with her now husband, Brian Austin Green, which, I don't know, nowadays, I heard that she's with Machine Gun Kelly there, and I'm starting to see a pattern here, guys. Okay, anyways, the two had a volatile relationship. I just call it a fuck buddy, but okay. And it looks like LaBeouf never thought to ask, as he explained the trust. Look, you're on set for 6 months with someone who's rooting to be attracted to you, and you're rooting to be attracted to them. Okay, so let's just get this out of the way. Megan Fox, she's cute. We all know that. Okay, but at the same time, didn't you just say that you were embarrassed when your dad was hitting on another woman while she was married to, I'm assuming, your mother? I mean, do you not see the irony here? I mean, I get you're not married, but I don't know, she was married to whatever, the guy from 90210 there, and I'm just saying that's a little bit of irony. Just saying. LaBeouf also confirmed that it was Fox's comments about Transformers director Michael Bay, comments that compared him to Hitler, that got her booted from Transformers franchise. However, It wasn't Bay's idea. It was an executive producer, Steven Spielberg's idea. Well, guys, I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. If Steven Spielberg tells you to do something, if he tells you to meet you somewhere, okay, for a meeting, you fucking do it, okay? He's been doing it for quite some time. Look at the man's resume. I'll do a podcast on him one day for sure. But, I mean, the guy's amazing. I mean, he's one of these guys, he makes a movie, he will literally make your idea or his idea come true. Okay, so he knows what he's doing. Okay, don't argue with the guy. You know, a lot of people have in the past. You know who you are. You know, and it's basically cost you a career. You know, but I mean, Shia LaBeouf, Jesus Christ. I mean, this is Madonna mia. I was gonna say he should make a movie based on his life, but I don't know. Instead, he made one on his dad. So yeah, so speaking of movies, we already talked an hour about Shia LaBeouf, which is, which is just a lot concerning, you know, if you hate a person. But yeah, let's get into the movies. And let's see where this problem started here, or solution, or whatever the fuck you want to call this career. So the first thing he did was a little movie called, no idea how to say this, Nas Us Isia of the Valley of the Wind. He played a guy named Asbel. It says here English version and voice. Okay, so it's a cartoon. That's rare. I mean, you know, usually you start off like, you know, in the actual movie, you start off as a voiceover for a cartoon. So there we go. Breakfast with Einstein. It was a TV movie he did. He was in an episode of Caroline and the City, which I should remember that show. Yeah, that was the one with Leah Thompson. That's right. Yeah. So funny. Yesterday I just watched the movie Some Kind of Wonderful. It was good. You know, I liked it. Anything John Hughes does, I like. Well, maybe not Dutch, but you know, whatever. The Christmas Path. Monkey Business. Did a TV show called Jesse. He was in the show called Suddenly Susan. Yeah, I remember that show too. Yeah, that was Brooke Shields. Yeah, cool. Yeah, Blue Lagoon. I remember that. Touched by an Angel. That was a popular show. X-Files, another popular show. Now here's the first thing I probably ever saw him in was a little show called Freaks and Geeks. Now, the show only lasted one season. We all know it's got a shit ton of people in here. We got Linda Cardinelli, John Francis Daly, James Franco, Seth Rogen, Jason Segel, bunch of Joe Flaherty's in it, a bunch of fucking people. Basically, the show was based on the 80s, and you know, it was freaks. You know, kids that were I guess back then these kids were considered freaks. Wait till the 90s. And then the geeks, yeah, and yeah, I remember he showed up in like one episode. You know, again, Judd Apatow was behind this. This was a great show. You know, the only problem is it was way before ahead of its time. If this show aired like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years later, it'd be a massive hit. Since then, it's gone on to critically acclaim, you know, by people, too bad it didn't last more, but, you know, it is what it is. And a lot of people in the show have, had some kick-ass careers. So, including, obviously, Shia LaBeouf. He was in an episode in ER. He was in a short called Even Stevens Locker Promo. He was in Hounded, a TV movie, The Nightmare Room, I don't know, which seems to be his house growing up. The Proud Family, which was not his family growing up. True Confessions, which should have been his family growing up. I just, see how I do it? Zing. Holes. Okay, so I don't really... okay, so the movie poster looks familiar. Okay, this... This might be one of these movies I think I saw when I was younger and I don't remember. I don't know. It says here a wrongfully convicted boy is sent to a brutal desert detention camp where he joins the job of digging holes for some mysterious reason. Yeah, I got a hell of a cast. Sigourney Weaver, John Voight, Timberlake Nelson. I sort of remember this movie. I mean, I don't know. It's more of a kids movie, I think. So yeah, it was all right. I mean, maybe a refresher, but whatever. And then at this time, a couple years before this, he did the show Even Stevens, which I don't know. I never even heard of until today. I got to be honest with you. I mean, it comes from the saying Even Stevens, I guess. I don't know. Stevens' family live in Sacramento, California, where the two younger children in the family, Ren and Louis, who have opposing personalities, often clash. Oof. And he played Louis. Thank you. I'm just assuming by the plot he was the one that stirred up in his life. He's the one that stirred up most of the shit, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. The Even Stevens movie. They made a TV movie. Why not? More money. Dumb and Dumberer. When Harry Met Lloyd. Fuck. Despite everything that he's been through in his life, he definitely did not deserve that. Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle. He was in that, really? Huh. I don't remember that. The Battle of the Shaker Heights. I, Robot. He was in that too, really? Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I think I knew who he was. It was something to do, it was like, yeah. First of all, I like this movie. It's one of the Will Smith movies I like. Not to say that all his movies are bad, but I did a podcast about him. You can check that one out, whatever. Yeah, it was something to do with. I think it has something to do with his shoes or something, and I don't know. This is a good movie. I liked it. I think cool special effects for the time. I think if they put more into the plot, it would have been better, but it's still a good little movie. Constantine. Okay. Now, despite Shia being in this movie, I think this movie kicks ass. I did a Keanu Reeves podcast. Me personally, I think this is one of his most underrated movies. Keanu Reeves, I'm saying, not Shia LaBeouf. So I'm not going to promote anything there. But this is a really good movie. He's battling demons and all that shit, and cool effects. Yeah, definitely worth checking that out. I think Shia LaBeouf is like his buddy in it. I don't know. He like helps him out with certain things, whatever. I don't know. He's not in it for a lot. Don't worry about it. The greatest game ever played. Okay, so this is probably the best movie I've ever seen him in. Shia LaBeouf, I'm talking about him now. Okay, so it says here in the 1913 U.S. Open, a 20-year-old Francis Ouimet played golf against his idol, 1900 U.S. Open champion Englishman Harry Vardon. So he's French in real life. He plays a French golfer, which is, pretty cool. Everything worked out there. He was really good in this. I have to admit this. Bill Paxton directed it. That I didn't even know. This is a really good movie. I mean, in this movie, I didn't know about his past before. A lot of us didn't know the shit he's going to do in the future, but I honestly got to give him props on this one. This is a really good movie. I thought he was really good in this. Good story. Yeah, definitely check it out. Shocker, right? I know, but hey. A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints. He did Bobby. He did Disturbia, which I'm going to be completely honest with you here, guys. A lot of people love this movie. I don't see the big deal in this movie. I thought a lot of parts of this movie was just bullshit. I mean, I'm an old school when it comes to like thrillers and horror movies or whatever the fuck you want to put, whatever category you want to put this movie in. I wasn't really, I don't know. I wasn't really buying it. I don't know. I'm just being honest. David Morse plays the bad guy. Love that guy. That guy's been in a bunch of shit I love. But yeah, other than that, he was on Saturday Night Live. Says here he hosted. Surf's Up video game. Surf's Up voice. Again, guys, when you do voiceovers, nice little paycheck. He played a guy named Cody Maverick, which I'm assuming by the poster is the Penguin with the whole blonde, crazy eyebrows thing. Cool. And then he did Transformers. Now, let me paint the picture here. Okay, so growing up, Transformers was a kick-ass cartoon. Okay, they even made a movie about it, cartoon form. You know, to this day, I still don't know if it's Transformers robots in the skies or robots in disguise. Either way, it doesn't matter. They both work. And it was an awesome cartoon. I still think that Michael Bay is out to destroy every cartoon I loved growing up. That, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I've said before, if he touches Thundercats, that's his ass. But Shia LaBeouf was lucky enough to get the main role in this movie. And I remember seeing this movie, with a girl, and she loved it. I'm just sitting there like, this is bullshit. I just didn't like it. There wasn't much of a plot. Okay, Megan Fox looks good. Okay, we get that, but that's it. Like this is what we waited for all these years. Really? That's it? Really? So I don't know. I just wasn't a fan of it. But again, but definitely helped him get to another tax bracket. Then they made Transformers the game, easy money. Disturbia outtakes, short video there, and and then. He did Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Where do I begin? I already covered a lot about this on my Harrison Ford podcast. This just wasn't good. I forgot who said this, but someone said the first movie was good, the second one was not that good, third one was good, fourth one not good. So hopefully this last one that's going to come out soon, which I don't think is going to have Shia LaBeouf in it. Thank fucking God. Harrison Ford, I don't think he liked working with him either. This movie was just so predictable. Spoiler alert, it's a fucking alien skull. Bigger spoiler alert, Shia LaBeouf, it's his kid. Yeah, because we couldn't fucking figure that out, right? Holy fuck. This movie was just a mess. It's just, So, let's just hope the fifth one will be good. God, actually, I'm going to do a little prayer right now. If you guys want to join me, please do. Jesus, God, Mary and Joseph, everybody I love up there, you guys are awesome. Please make sure that the next Indiana Jones, the fifth installment, is the last one, is good, and it doesn't have Shia LaBeouf's Malakia's ass in it. Thank you so much. New York, I love you. Eagle Eye, which I did see, and I don't know, something to do with a robot, him fighting him. I didn't like that one either. Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Well, I didn't like the first one, so I ain't gonna see the second one. That's for sure. Video game, easy money. Wall Street, money never sleeps. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. The first Wall Street movie, it's good, but other than Michael Douglas kicking ass and giving the speech, it was okay. It wasn't anything like, whoa, oh my God, but it was just more about that role. And, for some reason, they decided to make the movie, 20 years later or something? Put Shia LaBeouf in it. Horrible. Couldn't even get through it. Transformers, Dark of the Moon. Next. Maniac. Nope. Lawless. Okay. Good movie. Okay. Despite Shia LaBeouf being in it, it's still a good movie. Love Tom Hardy. He's awesome. I to this day, I will never, ever believe that he knocked him out. Never. Fuck that. Never. No, I don't believe it. Tom Hardy was coming off Batman there. He's ripped to shit. I mean, listen, even when you're an alcoholic, okay, I get it. Like, you can, move a lot easier. You don't feel as much shit, but fuck off. Nobody believes you. Great movie, though. Sigur Rós Fijugur Piano. Surprisingly, I didn't see that. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I never see. I can't fucking pronounce this shit. The Company You Keep. Again with the irony. Charlie Countryman, Nymphomaniac 1 and 2. For some reason, they have Volume 2 before Volume 1. I don't know why. Fury. It's okay. I mean, it had its moments, but I don't know. Rob Cantor, Shia LaBeouf live. Sorry for Ron Cantor there. Shia, Last of Cart, yeah, the fucked up video there. Man Down, yeah, no kidding. American Honey. So again, he was praised for this one. Yeah, I gotta be honest with you, I didn't see it. So, yeah, keep in mind, guys, I put up with a lot of shit before this, so it gets to a point where it's like, you really want to, but I don't know, maybe I'll check it out one day, who knows, nothing else to do during COVID. Everyday Performance Artist, that was a short he did, Borg versus McEnroe. I gotta be honest with you, I was excited to see this movie, and then I heard he was gonna be in it, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to sit through another fucking bullshit performance. So I don't know. They got an okay rating. I mean, I still might check this out. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? And then Honey Boy. Again, him acting like his father, or whatever. I mean that alone intrigues me just to see it because of that. I mean, so yeah, I might check this one out for sure. Yeah, again, nothing else to do. Peanut Butter Falcon. I don't think it has anything to do with peanut butter. Anyways, yeah, I did see this movie. It was okay. I mean, I heard a lot of good things about it. I mean, it was okay. Again, guys, you sit through all this shit with him, and I don't know. You hope something good will happen, and I don't know. I mean, like I said, it was okay. The Tax Collector. What the fuck is this? From the creator of Training Day and End of Watch. I got a 4.7 out of 10. This looks like a movie poster you'd see in like the 90s for an Arnold film. Yeah, okay. Okay, Pieces of a Woman. Did not see this one. It's got a pretty decent rating, 7.1 out of 10. On IMDb, by the way. I don't go by Rotten Tomatoes. If you go by Rotten Tomatoes ratings, I don't want to know you. And then the last thing he did in 2020 was Love Me Like You Hate Me, which is a short. What a... Well, that title pretty much says it all, eh, guys? It says it's a romantic comedy. There's no description, but I think if you've listened to me for the last hour and a half, I think you pretty much got it. And yeah, he's got nothing lined up for 2021. I mean, keep in mind, most actors don't have anything lined up for 2021. So, yeah. Wow. Well, if you told me I was going to talk about an hour 15 with somebody I didn't like, yeah, I would think you're crazy. But, I think we're all a little crazy. Shia LaBeouf is definitely crazy, that's for sure. But again, I don't know, all the shit he's been through in his life, I can't blame him. I really can't. I mean, this is, damn. I feel bad for so many of, these child actors that just start off in Hollywood and, I get it, you don't want to do the right thing. You want to support your family and all that. And it just, it must have been it's tough, man. I get it, but the guy's done so many douchey things. I mean, Jesus Christ, like it just fucking, I get it, man. You know what? You want attention. I get it, but this is, I mean, nothing positive is going to come out of this. Nothing. Although I do find it amazing that you stood in a museum for 6 days and you didn't have to take a piss break. That's amazing. But, and especially if you're an alcoholic, because, I mean, once that, first piss comes through, I mean, it's like a waterfall every like 20, 30 minutes for sure. And then I saw that one clip of him freaking out over some French fries or whatever. And, it's just all this bullshit. And then I heard some fucking thing that apparently he did a play with Alec Baldwin or something. And I don't know, Alec Baldwin, first of all, let me just say this. Alec Baldwin kicks ass. And if I'm a pilot for a plane, he can use his fucking phone whenever the fuck he wants, okay? I just want to put that out there. Second, Shia, LaBeouf, whatever the fuck your name is, don't you ever compare yourself to Alec Baldwin, okay? If the guy didn't know his lines or if he forgets you, first of all, again, I'm not making an excuse for it because he's older or whatever. Like, who knows? Maybe he's one of these guys, the day shows up, whatever, boom, he knows all this shit. Everything is just prepped before that. But don't you dare ever compare yourself to him. Ever. He's done good movies, okay? Don't you fucking dare ever compare yourself to Alec Baldwin. Ever. And you know what this fucker did too? Like, he would bug him about his lines, and then he would show up the next day early to his house, which again, I don't know, no disrespect to Alec Baldwin, man, but you got to get better security at your house if this Malaka is just showing up randomly. And he gives him a script, learn your fucking lines. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, first of all, I'm just going to say this. If you show up on my property unannounced, anything I do to you is nice and legal. Okay? I'm just putting that out there. You don't show up to another celebrity's house, even if you think you're a celebrity or you think you're a fucking comedian. Okay? Who the fuck are you, bro? Who the fuck are you? And this is like the problem right now with this guy. I mean, he's just this whole fucking attitude. So you have a guy who grew up in this fucked up environment. Now he's given a shit ton of cash. He's done, all these hit movies, whatever, or if you want to call the Transformer movies hits. I don't know. I heard something about racist robots in one of them. But anyways, and now this guy thinks he has the carte blanche to do anything he wants and just show up to people's houses and whatever, And I get it. It's frustrating if someone doesn't know their fucking line. But you know what? You don't show up to someone's fucking house. And I like Baldwin, forget it. Like, has he never not performed in a movie, not done great? Okay, he's done some clunkers, whatever. But who hasn't? You've done a shit ton of shit that nobody gives a fuck about. Okay? So, I'm just going to give some advice to Shia LaBeouf, if you guys don't mind out there, okay? So, first things first, okay? Which is the main fucking thing. Give up drinking. I don't know if you're doing drugs or whatever, too. Obviously, you shouldn't be doing drugs, whatever. You want to smoke a little weed here and there. I mean, maybe that'll fucking calm your ass down. Who knows? Get some brownies, whatever. But absolutely, positively, stop drinking. Drinking is not your thing, okay? I hate people that drink and think they're having a good time and they create just all this fucking chaos for everybody else. I've hung around you people, There's certain, in the end, there's 3 kinds of drunks. There's a happy drunk, an angry drunk, and a baby drunk. I would say the angry drunk is always the worst because they always just get angry for some fucking reason. These are the people that always spill their beer at the bar. You know who you fuckers are. And, that just, trip over themselves. They freak out if their fucking French fries aren't ready yet. Just fuck off. You don't need to be drinking. You don't at all. And I get it. You grew up in that environment, whatever, man. But you know what? Be better than that. Okay? Be better than your father. Okay? I don't know where the fuck your mother is in all this, too. I mean, your mother's got to step up her shit, too. I mean, no offense or nothing. But, I mean, I don't know. Is she a glutton for punishment, too? I mean, I don't know. If so, then both you guys got to get the fuck out of this. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. I mean, so absolutely, positively stop drinking right now. Stop drinking. Never have a drink in your life. Don't be around people that drink. Don't be around people that influence your shit. Okay? So stop drinking. All right? Second, realize the fucking potential you have. Okay? You're in a business, like I said before, you've literally won the lottery. Don't fucking abuse it. Respect the director. Okay? Even if you don't get along with the director, maybe you got something, but pull him on the side and go, listen, I'm not sure about this, Don't take fucking acid and fucking take a swing at him. First of all, I don't know, like Shia LaBeouf seems to be one of these guys that like when he gets in the fights, like he'll sucker punch you, which is, the biggest cunt move, which, yeah, I am aware that my last podcast was about the word cunt, and I'm talking about Shia LaBeouf. But anyways, that's the biggest bitch move, okay? If you're gonna get into a fight with someone, make sure they're ready for the punch, make sure they know they're, about to get into a fight, whatever. So, that alone just proves like how much of a coward you are. On top of that, you got to take drugs or alcohol, whatever, to fight the people. So, bro, grow the fuck up. Like, honestly, like you have fucking major problems, And if your idea of going to therapy is talking to some random rap group, again, you guys have to check out the picture of these guys. It's like the saddest thing you've ever seen. And, get an actual therapist, a licensed therapist to help you out, and talk to him about your issues, and be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of how fucking lucky you are. Okay? Again, I get it. You grew up in a fucked up environment. Wham. I fucking get it. We all have. But there's no reason to take it out on the next person that's done nothing to you. That's the problem with a lot of people that have had a fucked up past, is that, they feel that they, I'm going to grow balls now. I'm going to not let other people treat me. Dude, they didn't do what your parents did to you or other people did to you growing up. These people, like, it's like a clean slate with these people. Don't take it out on the next people. So like I said, you're in a great position, okay? You seem to be one of these actors that every, 4 or 5 years that does a good movie that people actually give a shit about. Take advantage of that, Read your scripts. Maybe do another movie. Do a movie based on your mother or whoever the fuck in your family. I don't know. It seems to be going well. I'm not even trying to make a joke out of this, but, like literally just do good shit. And not even on screen, but off screen too. Treat people with respect. Okay? Mr. LaBeouf, how would you like it if someone did acid and punched you in the face? And then they had to sit in a fucking theater with a hood on, and the way your attitude is, I don't know, you might pull a fucking Columbine too, okay? So fucking get help, man, okay? Just talk it out with an actual therapist. Tell them what's going on in your life, and just be aware of what you have. Be aware of all the good stuff you have in your life. And lastly, shut the fuck up. It seems like the only time that most people that like have a bag on their head, they don't even say anything. You gotta be a dickhead and write shit on the bag and like, just shut up. That's it. Like, I don't want to hear your shit, man. I don't want to hear about your fucking drunk fucking stories and you pissed off about this and that. Just shut up, man. I'm telling you. I saw this clip of Ewan McGregor. He walked to his car for like a minute. All these people were like harassing him, the paparazzi, whatever. He kept the same face. He didn't say fucking shit. Fucking awesome actor. Fucking awesome person. Great person. Great. It's just the way he handled that whole situation. Like, just because the camera's in your face and people are talking to you and they're trying to get bad shit out of you, Like, I get it. You're starving for attention. You're a kid that always wanted attention. I get it, man. A lot of us do. But at some point, man, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not fucking worth it. And just shut the fuck up. If someone asks you a question, You don't have to say anything. Just keep walking. Keep going. Don't, like, in an interview, if someone asks you something you don't want to talk about, don't, you don't have to bring up your past and tell people to fuck off and all that. Just shut the fuck up. That's it. Okay? Just shut the fuck up. Go on with your life. Okay? Talk about it with your therapist. There, don't shut the fuck up. There, get everything out there. Okay? That's it. I'm fucking exhausted. Jesus. I mean, this guy had to... Oh, fuck me. I had to live this life and fuck. I mean, maybe he's learned from it. Maybe he hasn't. I don't know. But all I'm saying, just listen to those 3 things I said. I guarantee you your life will be better. Okay? Again, I don't know what's going on in your love life. Find a good woman too. Okay? Because a good partner in life, that's the difference as well. Try to resolve shit with your parents too. I know it's tough to do. Believe me. But if you can, cool. If not, then whatever. Just move on with the rest of your life. Okay? It is what it is. People are fucked up, and some of these fucked up people end up being parents. It's not your fault, man. It's not. I'm not going to do the whole Goodwill Hunting speech here. But, it's not your fault, man. Like, it really isn't. But at the same time, there's got to be a point where, you realize what a great opportunity you got. And, yeah, I'm going to check out some of these movies that you were praised for. And, I don't know, maybe they're good. I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll fucking surprise me. I don't know. But, honestly, until then, I hate Shia LaBeouf.